And there are other figures in these. So if you ever see this holiday animation, Mickey or Disney stuff, Donald and Goofy, they were bringing like $250. So this past weekend I went to an estate sale. I went 2 days. I always go the last day because usually the first day is too expensive. Everybody's there, more competition. At this particular one, I would have loved to have seen what was there the first day because there was so much stuff. On the very last day, as I was checking out, they said, come back tomorrow. We'll have a dealer day because I think they had so much stuff. And I'm like, I wish you would have told me that before I paid. I would just hid my stuff and then came back and got it for 75% off instead of 50. So this is 2 days worth on 2 separate transactions. Let's flip the camera around and take a look at all this haul. All this haul? Yeah, let's go with it. So I've got 2 receipts from this particular day. I've got a, let's see, 35, 85, and a 14.45 for a total of $50.30. So I paid $50.30 for all these. Let's just start with these hats. I've got this vintage USA toboggan. It's kind of neat. Since I'm in North Carolina, Tar Heels, everything UNC sells. So I got this guy. Paid $2 for these hats. Took a shot on these military style hats. This one I don't think is military. It's just a cold weather hat with hook and loop or Velcro, if you want to call it that, and get in trouble with the copyright. Anyway, got this one, and I know it's military style, just the way it's cataloged. Cap, cold weather, insulating, helmet liner. Here's an attachment for a jacket, a hood. It says jacket field M 1943, so quite old. So this jumped out at me. This is a GoBot, and this is my childhood, and this is what I'm in love with. So this is Turbo. For $1, I paid 50 cents. And unfortunately, he's got some wheel damage here, like where he's just been sitting and his plastic has just been deteriorating. That's about a $30 GoBot right here, but in this condition, it's just that one wheel. Poor guy. So maybe $15 for that. And his wheels are very sticky. I bought these random lots of toys. I looked this up on eBay. It's a Monsters Inc. Happy Meal toy. It goes for maybe 10. I paid 50 cents. Apparently Nickelodeon did this thing with McDonald's or some company for a Happy Meal toy. And these little rubber puppets were in there. I don't know this one. I grabbed it because it looked like this one, Magellan, who goes for about $15. Paid 50 cents. Some of these random bags of toys, I don't really know what's in them, but I do see a Transformer and a Wizard of Oz figure. So I paid $3 in the bag, paid $1.50 for this. Don't know what he goes for. I know I looked him up, but I forgot the price. And it looks like we have some Beast Wars figures. I don't know who this is. He's got his weapons in here too, so that's a plus. So this will definitely be worth flipping. Can't tell you what it would go for, but I'm gonna guess at least $15. They usually bring at least 15. Another random bag of toys. Do not know what's in here, but it was enough for me to say, I wonder what you got. And $3 for that. I would dump it out, but that's gonna take up a lot of time. I don't know who this is, but it's got 1986 on the tag. I paid $1.50. His nose lights up. I remember seeing this, I feel like, as a kid. Don't know what his name is to look him up, but I know it's 80s, and it should sell for something, especially since I paid $1.50. This random old school vintage hat, but it looks old, kind of unique. Paddington Bear. So I looked this guy up as I was standing there, and I could only find 1 or 2 comps, because everything I looked at, I was comparing these buttons, and they weren't like these. So there was one with these red boots that was going for like $130. Unfortunately, we don't have the boots, but without it, I would say definitely at least 50. That's my guess. But I paid $2.50 for Mr. Paddington Bear. Pretty good condition too. And here's the one I can't wait to really look into. I bought this entire thing full of sealed VHS tapes. So for $12 or $15, one of those two, I'm not complaining. Kind of excited to see what this is going to go for. There might be something rare. These people at this estate apparently worked for a telephone company because they had tons and tons of telephone related items, and they had these new in the box vintage cordless phones. So I got 2 of these for 10 each. They'll go for 20 to 30 depending on what it is. So that was day 1. Here is the last day. I don't know if you can see that, but I paid $129 and pretty much it comes out to be about $4.79 an item. The first thing is this big box of like bar solder, and solder is something, if you've never soldered or used it before, usually it comes on a little wrap spool. Use a soldering iron and you melt it and it will connect a like electronic part to a board. I just looked it up and said, hey, here's a case that sold for 60 bucks. They want, what did I pay for this? I got 75% off of this. I paid $15, so there is some money to be made there. I paid $7 for this old vintage light trace box. Has the papers. Haven't tested it. Don't really care. I believe it's gonna be a great flip. I got this old UNC Tar Heels can. It is sticky and nasty. It was like a quarter or less, and I had seen comps for about $10. I just kind of threw it in there. Another random bag of toys. I don't know what's in here. There should be something worth it. This is kind of just fun for me to see what's in it. This little nasty whatever he is Halloween looking doll is creepy, so it's just kind of fun to see what's in it. I got this pine cone like Christmas tree or whatever. It just looks weird, and one of the first things I learned about reselling is if it's weird it sells. Kind of interesting. Animated Disney. Haven't tested them. They wanted 60, well 30 each, and with 75% off, that makes it what, $7.50 a piece. So I know there was comps going for 60 or 70, and there are other figures in these. So if you ever see this holiday animation, Mickey or Disney stuff, Donald and Goofy, they were bringing like $2.50. So take a look out for those. I did buy some encyclopedias, so I got 2 encyclopedia sets. I have these 2 button holders, just old vintage button holders. One is Greist, another is Singer. They're not gigantic money makers, but they will sell. If you ever see CD players, portable CD players, get those. If you can test them before you buy them, that's the best thing. They way overpriced that for $6. I got this vintage Vidal Sassoon curling iron, still in the box, still wrapped, never been used. I'm in North Carolina, so of course we're gonna find some NASCAR. Dale Jr. Dale Jr. die-cast car. I didn't pay 10. This is all 75% off. Remember that. This should go for about 20 bucks. I got an Etch-a-Sketch. Still works just fine. I still can't make a circle on it. No, we're not gonna try to do that. I think these might go from 15 to 20. And never been opened. This is Shirley Temple. Usually I wouldn't stop and look, but as I scan everything, I said, hey, this looks like it brings something. So we got this Shirley Temple here. This World Wildlife Foundation elephant, I think goes for about 20. It's large plush sells. Now, I came across Boyd's Bears on a Facebook group. And by the way, if you're a newer reseller, go join Facebook social media reseller groups. Watch those conversations. What I know is accumulation of 4 years or 5 years of listening to those conversations, being involved, asking questions, and seeing what people are finding that they go crazy over. Now, Boyd's Bears can bring a lot. This is little, he's not going to be, but because it was cheap, I just threw it in my pile, and I might make $10 off him. But Boyd's Bears, remember that name? These are cereal boxes. And it's NASCAR, and because I'm in North Carolina and NASCAR is so huge, and also because Dale Earnhardt's on it, it's gonna be something that'll sell. So I got this box so I paid $7.50 for these, and it's kind of a shot in the dark, but there's so many of them, I can lot them up, I'm sure. And it was funny because the tag had $24, and there's a note, no Jordan. The Jordan Wheaties cereal box has become a little bit of a collector's item. I also got this Zenith VHS DVD combo, paid $5 for that. I think it goes for about 40-ish. These are the boxes of the encyclopedias. The only thing really hard about encyclopedias is just storing them. They take up so much space. This was interesting. I had seen a comp on this AT&T Genesis telephone system business package. I saw a comp go for like $127 or $147. I got this Exeter self-decorator telephone, new in the box. This Nomad 4000 cordless telephone. This 80s doll, I think it's Little Miss Dress Up or something like that. I haven't really checked comps, probably $15. This gigantic box of yo-yos. This should be fun to go through. So with these yo-yos, there's just so many. Some are no name, some are on packages. But I took a shot, and for $15, I've got yo-yo upon yo-yo. I love getting boxes of things like this and just seeing what you're gonna find. In the midst of all this mess and this gigantic haul, these 2 days of greatness, I got another wrestling mask in the mail on Saturday, and I learned the hard way, don't try to open it with one hand. So I've already pre-opened the package. This is Psycho Clown. He's gonna go on the wall today as well. Here is Psycho Clown in his full glory. Let's pin him up to the wall and take a look at that. Psycho Clown looking nice up there. The glory of the wall continues. If you're new to my channel, I'd love you as a subscriber. If you'd like to hit the like button, that would help me, and I appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you are, what you're out there doing. I'd like to talk to you. And if you want to know when I've got more content like this available, give me a headbutt on that bell notification, just like this. But I'm not responsible for a dented monitor or forehead. That's not my fault. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll be back next time. Stay well. Have a great flipping day. I'm not responsible for your monitor or your broken LED supply. It's headbutt. Just like that. And if you want to know when I've got more content like this available, I want you to headbutt that.